In this video, I want to talk about experience. Experience is what led Tom Brady to a 7th Super Bowl title. And lack of experience is what led a lot of investors off a cliff trading GameStop and AMC, buying super expensive call options and watching their options expire. I want to talk about the overall markets, where the money's going, and how to find those short squeezes that may be coming. Most importantly, how to trade them with the highest probabilities of profit. So, come on a little journey with me. Let me show you what my experience has taught me. Hey everyone, Tom Gentile. Welcome to Tom's Trading Room, sponsored by Optionetics. We have live trading essentials classes going on all through the month of February. You can sign up for them. They're absolutely free to our subscribers. Just click the links below this video to get registered. All right, so I want to get into the topic of experience. I want to talk about where the money's moving right now in the markets today and how to scan for these potential short squeezes, as well as how to trade them. All right, so let's get right to it. Let's start with the S&P, and I'm not going to spend much time on these charts because I want to get to the topic at hand. S&P 500. So, what's been going on after the weekend with the blowout in GMC or GME, excuse me, and AMC, and a lot of those short squeeze stocks? Well, stock market itself is continuing to make new highs. I am seeing a bit of a pump up in implied volatility, which suggests that maybe we are due for a pullback. If that pullback does happen, you could take a look at just simply the lows down here at 368 and the highs. If today indeed is the high, which is 390, look at about a 50% mark, and that takes us down into the high 370s, which would be a great area for the S&P to pull back to. That would be my first area, would be a 50% pullback from the lows that occurred. They were back, close to the end of January and the highs that we're seeing right now. Next chart I want to show you is cryptocurrency, because that's where all the money's going. All the money right now, there's been this huge push to go into a coin called Dogecoin. And Dogecoin really is a coin that, in my mind, offers no real value to the crypto community. For me, and my money, I stick with purpose coins that actually have purpose. And there is, to me, a very huge purpose in Bitcoin. Not only because it's the foundational coin, but because when you see what happened that came out this morning, where Tesla announced they invested a total of $1.5 billion in Bitcoin under their new policy, that's what really popped Bitcoin for another 15% move, on today. My long-term price target, my price target for 2021 on BTC was 50,000. Heck, that's more than likely going to happen this month. It might even happen this week. Now, that turns me to the folks that do like the idea of a short squeeze, right? Now, I like short squeezes as much as the next person, but they're really hard to predict. And the problem is what happened with GME. If you take a look at the stock chart of GME, the short squeeze really happened at the end of January, right? And it pushed the stock up high, had this ultimate high move. And, back at the beginning, the end of January, where we pushed to $480, but we ended up closing down here below 200, that was the warning sign right there that a lot of this was gone. The other warning sign, look at this red chart, this red line here. This red line is options implied volatility. It gives us an idea of what option traders believe the ranges are going to be going forward. Now, back at the end of January, that range got above 800. It was cruising in on 900. And since then, it's dropped down. Now we're around 350. What option traders believe is happening is that these ranges, these daily ranges, are going to become less and less and less, and that's what's happening. Anyone who's buying calls on stocks like GME and AMC are putting themselves in a very low probability position that they're actually going to make something. This is GME. Take a look at AMC. I'm going to punch it up on the screen too, and you're going to see a lot of the same thing. You're going to see the stock popped. Now, notice what happened with AMC. You had that big pop that happened, then a drop, then another rise, but the implied volatility didn't kick in until about 2 days later after that high for the year, multi-year high. By then, AMC had dropped back down below 14. It then pumped again at 16. This was a Monday, and you can see what ended up happening from there. We've been going lower and lower and lower, and as of this video, are now below $6 a share. Are we going back down to the area between 2 and 4, where we were? Very highly likely, and the reason why is because, again, anyone who was short this position, any big companies that were short this position that ended up getting out and cleaning out of their shorts are now gone. There is not an excessive short position that I know of right now in stocks like AMC, and that coordinated effort, that effort from the revolution got all discombobbled as these traders became greedy, fearful, and then started thinking about themselves and not the movement, and sold, and that's what you're seeing happening right now. As the movement went from get the suits to it's just a pullback to hope is still here to the end game is near. And that's what we're seeing across social media. And also, the sad thing is I've seen 80% of people that were watching these live events just a week or two ago, they're gone. And I imagine a lot of the reason they're gone is because their money has gone along with it. The way to trade these is, in my mind, you look for the ones that had the high volatility, and you look at selling options because that's the high probability way to do it. So, this is my expensive list going forward. Take a look at these top 10. You'll see what I'm looking at. ETFMG Alternative Harvest ETF. Guess what? Commodities have been on a tear right now. And a lot of that's because the U.S. dollar is down. So that's what's pushing the ETF Alternative Harvest. You've also got Proto Labs on here. Baidu. Bilibili. Seattle Genetics. YY. Baozun. And LiverAmp. Cannabis ETF, and top 10 ends out with bandwidth. Now, there's a lot of stuff on here that I have never seen before. But you know what else I see that I don't see on here? I don't see GameStop, I don't see AMC, and I don't see any of the other short squeeze stocks that everybody's out there bragging about. And I'm not saying that they may not go higher. I'm saying that I like to work within this area and find something like a Baidu, for instance, and look at Baidu and say, why is Baidu going up? Well, Baidu's implied volatility is going higher, that's for sure. There's a lot more people going in buying calls and buying puts. Why is that? And when I go look at the actual chart itself, the stock chart itself, and I tune into Baidu, I see, oh, so that's what it is. It's a China play because apparently the current administration looks to be soft on China, and that is good for stocks like Baidu. And what I do is I look at that and I say, all right, how can I play this? And I look at something called probability cones. And I get an idea of the statistical probability that stocks like Baidu will stay in. And you can see here that moving forward, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days in the future, that Baidu should stay between an area of about $200 and a high of about, let's call it 380. So that's the 95% cone. And if I trade outside of the cone, maybe selling put options down here below 200, maybe selling call options up here above that 380 area, and doing that maybe with the options that expire a month from now, and possibly doing credit spreads above or below the cone to at least cap the risk. That's the way to play the game and play it in areas where a lot of people are going all in and buying calls, going all in and buying puts. Hey, thanks again for joining me. Hope you found this information educational. Again, if you did, please hit the like button. It helps support the channel. And of course, subscribing to our channel and dinging the bell below will allow you to receive my videos the instant that they are uploaded. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.